Hello, welcome to lesson 50. This is called finding the average. So I know that you've learned average before, so this is going to be a bit more a review. Now when we find the average, we're making two groups that are not two or more groups. They're not usually equal. We're making them equal groups. So if I have, let's see, this is 3, 6, 9. I have 9 quarters right here, and then I have a stack of 5 quarters right here. And I want to make them equal. I want to have the same amount of quarters in each group. So the way I would do those, or the way I would do that, is I would add the total of quarters together, 5 plus 9, which is 14. I have 14 quarters all together. I combine the total, step 1. And step 2 is I divide it into equal groups. Now I had them into 2 groups before and I still want them into 2 groups. So 14 divided by 2 would be 7. So if I take 7 quarters here and 7 quarters here, a little tough to keep together, I now have an equal amount of quarters. So that's how I find the average. Is first I add to find the total. I had my stack of 9 and my stack of 5, combined them, had 14, and then I divided them into my equal groups. And the way I know how many equal groups is I combine them into basically however many add-ins I had before. So when I say add-ins, that's numbers that are being added together. So to add to find my total, I had 9 plus 5. That's 2 add-ins. 9 and 5 are 2 add-ins, equals 14. I divided it into equal groups. 14 divided by added 2 numbers, so I have 14 divided by 2, which is 7. So that's how I find the average every single time. I will not always divide by 2. If I'm adding 5 numbers together, I will divide by 5. If I add 3 numbers together, I'll divide by 3. And if I add 10 numbers together, how much do you think I'll divide by? 10 would be correct. So we're going to go ahead and look at example 1. Example 1, I have 3 glasses with different amounts of water in each cup. I have 4 ounces in this cup, 7 ounces in this cup, and also 7 ounces in this cup. But I want them to be completely even. I want to find how much will each cup have if they all have the same amount. That would be finding the average because I want to make my groups all equal. I want to make it even Steven. So I have 4 ounces plus 7 ounces plus 7 ounces. I'm going to first add them all together. I know 4 plus 7 is 11, and 11 plus 7 more is 18. So I have a total of 18 ounces altogether, but that's not how much are going to go in each glass. I have a combined total of 18 ounces, but I'm splitting them between 3 glasses, which is why I have 3 add-ins added together. So 18 then divided by 3. That would be 6 ounces in each glass. So if I were to take 1 ounce away from here and add it over here, I would have 5. And then I take another ounce over here and add it to this glass, and then I have 6, leaving a total of 6 in both of these cups. Example 2 says Brad's test scores are 80, 85, 90, 85, and 90. So we have basically an AB range of test scores. What is the average? Now this is definitely something that a lot more of you are going to be familiar with because we do calculate your average here at school. It's something that you see every single year. You see your average of all the scores that you made throughout the quarter or throughout the semester. So Brad's test scores are 80, 85, 90, 85, and 90. I'm going to add all of those up together. 80 plus 85 plus 90 plus 85 and plus another 90. I want to combine my total. That's step 1. 5 plus 5 is 10, so I have a 0 here, carry my 1. Then I have 3 8s, and I know 3 times 8 is 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. 25 plus 9 is 34, and 34 plus 9 is 43. So that means I have 430 combined total of my score. But I need to divide it by however many test scores I had. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 test scores. I'm going to do 430 divided by 5, and I know that 430 is divisible by 5 because it ends in a 0. 5 goes into 43 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. That's what I subtract. Left over with 3, bring down the 0. 5 goes into 30. Sorry, I'm kind of writing over the practice set. 5 goes into 30 6 whole times, and I would not have a remainder. So my average score is 86. And it doesn't label it as percentage at all, so I'm not going to label it. So that's how we find the average. It's always 2 steps. And a great way to remember this is I always find you add first, then you divide. If you think about all your orders of operation, you have adding, dividing, you have multiplying, and subtracting. Those are your 4 orders of operation. And the very first 2 in alphabetical order are your first 2 that you use to find the average. You find your first 2 orders of operation in alphabetical order. Add, which is A, and then D, which is divide. So that's a great fun way to remember it. If that sticks with you at all, you add first, then you divide, and you always divide by however many addends you have. How many equal groups did you have before? So in example 1, we had 3 equal groups. I divided by 3. In example 2, I had 5 test scores, so I divide by 5. Thank you very much for paying attention and listening. Your practice set problem right here. Letter C. If the stacks of books were made even, how many books would be in each stack? Here's your stacks. You have 3 stacks. You have 5 in this one, 7 in this one, and 9 in this one. You want to find how many would there be if I made all the groups equal. That's finding the average. We're going to go ahead and go over that in class later. Thank you very much.